I now recognize the Honourable Member for Lilongwe Ngwenya constituency. Honourable Member, you have the floor.
Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I want to thank you for recognizing me. I'll be asking you, Madam Speaker, for me to yield the floor to the Honourable Member from Mchinji. But before I do that, Madam Deputy Speaker, I would like to raise a point of order. And this is in connection with a comment by the Minister of Local Government. The Minister of Local Government complained that the report by the chair of the Women's Caucus was all about women. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, is it in order that he is making such a complaint when many do not complain, they don't go to the police, when they get beaten by their wives, they just grunt in their homes. When a woman gets beaten, she will scream, the whole neighborhood will know that she has been beaten. Men just grunt and grunt and grunt. They don't report to the police. Is it in order, Madam Second Deputy Speaker?
Thank you so much, Honourable Member for Lilongwe Ngwenya. My understanding was that the Honourable Minister was complaining that you have not shared with him the Oxfam cloth.
You're right.
So actually, he was looking for Oxfam Chitenje that should be shared to men as well.
The next time he reports to police that he has been beaten by his wife, we'll give him one.
Honourable Member, I rule you out of order. Thank you so much. I now recognize the Honourable Member for Nkata Nchinji. You said Nchinji what? Honourable Member for, is Nchinji West?
Women power. Second Deputy Speaker, first of all, I don't know whether I should mention this, but the report to second the chair for the Women's Caucus was with me, but there was a little bit of a mix-up, so I don't know whether I'm given the floor to carry on reading that.
Honourable Member, you can just contribute to the report. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. As a caucus, Second Deputy Speaker, we were confronted with a painful reality that behind every statistic on a gender-based violence is a human story. It is a story of a woman living in fear in what should be a safety of her own home. A girl whose dream is interrupted by violence, a survivor who gathers the courage to seek justice only to face the system that may not always have the resources to respond. Second Deputy Speaker, gender-based violence is not sustained by violence alone. It is sustained by the silence that surrounds it, by harmful beliefs that excuses it, by economic conditions that trap survivors, and also social pressures that tells women and girls to endure rather than to speak out. Many survivors remain silent, not because they do not want justice, but because the cost of speaking out can feel too high. They fear stigma. They fear being blamed. They fear rejection by their families and community. Some fear losing the economic support on which they depend. And when silence becomes the only option, perpetrators are empowered while survivors continue to suffer. This is why, Second Deputy Speaker, our response cannot begin and end with the reporting case after violence has already occurred. We must build a society where violence is prevented before it happens, where survivors are believed and supported, and where women and girls know their voice matters and that the law stands with her. Second Deputy Speaker, the fight against gender-based violence must begin with our communities. Our traditional leaders, religious leaders, men and boys have crucial roles to play. in changing the attitudes and behaviors that allow violence to continue. We cannot expect different results while allowing harmful norms and practices to remain unchanged. Second Deputy Speaker, the caucus also wishes to draw attention to another growing concern of violence and intimidation against women who choose to participate in public life. When a woman is threatened because she speaks, and when a woman is attacked because she leads, and a woman is harassed because she seeks to serve, it is not only an attack on individual women, it is an attack on democracy itself. Women cannot be expected to contribute fully to a national development if they are forced to navigate a political environment filled with the intimidation, harassment, and fear. A truly democratic Malawi must be a Malawi where women can stand for election, take leadership position, and participate in decision-making spaces without fear of violence or discrimination. Second Deputy Speaker, Madam, the message from this report is very clear. We must do more, and we must do better. The protection of women and girls is not only a gender issue, it is a human right issue, a development issue, and a national priority. With my few remarks, I submit, Second Deputy Speaker. Women power.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member for Nchinji West. I did recognize Honorable Member for Rumpi West, then Nkatabe Chinteche, before health break. Honorable Member for Rumpi East, yeah, Rumpi East. You have the floor, Honorable.
Thank you so much, Madam Deputy Speaker, for recognizing the people of Rumbi East to contribute on the report that was presented by our lovely Women Caucus Chairperson. Madam Deputy Speaker, as we reflect on the figures before this House, we must recognize that these are not just statistics showing an increase or decrease from one year to another. They are an indication of the state of our society and a measure of how safe our homes, communities, and public spaces are for women and children. The increase from 20,827 reported cases between 2022 to 24,900 cases in 2024 represents a significant rise that cannot be ignored. Although the figures show a slight decline to 24,467 cases last year, the reality remains that thousands of people continue to experience violence every year. A reduction of cases should encourage us to strengthen our efforts, not create a false sense of achievement. I wish to draw the attention of this House to an important issue. Reported cases only tell us part of the story. Many incidents of gender-based violence remain hidden because they are never reported. While others fear the consequences of exposing the perpetrators, mostly our males, particularly where the perpetrator is someone close to them. Right Honorable Madam Speaker, the fact that women accounted for 22,312 of the reported cases last year tells us that gender-based violence continues to have a disproportionate impact on women. This should challenge us to examine the structures and attitudes in our society that continue to place women at greater risk of harm. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, at the same time, we must not overlook the impact on children. The fact that children aged 18 years and below represent approximately 13% of reported victims should concern every parent, every leader, and every member of this House. Children who experience violence may carry the consequences into adulthood, affecting their education, mental well-being, and ability to build healthy relationships in the future. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the rising cases of gender-based violence also place pressure on our national systems. Every reported case requires a coordinated response from police officers, health workers, social welfare officers, prosecutors, magistrate, and community structures. Therefore, addressing this crisis is not only about responding to individual cases, it's about strengthening the entire protection system. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, we must also invest in understanding the patterns behind these cases. We need to ask ourselves, are there particular communities where cases are increasing? Are survivors able to access services equal across rural and urban areas? Are our prevention programs reaching the people who need them most? Evidence-based response will allow us to direct resources where they will have the greatest impact. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, this House has a responsibility to ensure that gender-based violence remains a national priority. We must support policies and programs that do not only respond after violence has occurred, but also prevent violence before it happens. Lastly, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, the true measure of our progress as a nation will not only be found in economic indicators or infrastructure development. It will also be found in whether women and children can live in safety, whether families can thrive without fear, and whether every Malawian can enjoy their fundamental right to dignity and security. I thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member for Rumpi East. I now recognize the Honorable Member for Nkata Bejinteje, a he for she champion. Honorable Member, you have the floor.
Second Deputy Speaker, thank you very much for recognizing Nkata Bejinteje to add a word or two to the report presented by the Women Caucus Chair. Second Deputy Speaker, first of all, let me thank you for recognizing me. I was struggling here to get a slot because it was full of women. But you managed to give me a space, so I thank you for that. And I would want to give you a present. The present, Madam Speaker, comes in a form of words of wisdom. If a crocodile offers to carry you across the river in its mouth, you must question its intentions, because it usually carries its young on its back to the river. Second Deputy Speaker, first of all, let me appreciate the report by the Women Caucus Chair. We have seen the spirit of unity among women starting from in this house. Because before we used to hear squabbles in the Women Caucus itself, an indication that women also don't agree when it comes to leadership positions. But this time, we have seen the support that Chair is getting from fellow honorable members of women. Women power, that's what it says. Second Deputy Speaker, I want to comment on a point where they say women are not usually excluded in political positions. They face a lot of challenges. But yet, Madam Speaker, Second Deputy Speaker, if you look at statistics, women hold the largest constituency when it comes to voting. There are more women than men in this country, which means even those who register is women more than men. But you find that the first person not to vote for a fellow woman is a woman, most of the times. So women should be supporting each other, because you can easily get these positions if you really wanted somebody to be there. I come from a political party which is headed by a woman. So I'm a he for she campaign. She has presented herself for leadership positions, highest office, at least twice. But the first voters not to vote for her were women. So that's why I'm calling upon women that when a woman stand for a leadership position, it should be the woman first. In my constituency, I've competed against women several times. The last woman to compete against me, the number of votes she got was like MCE points. But women were there. I got more votes from women. So therefore, women should be first to support a fellow woman. I also want to encourage women to really look at the plight of young girls in institutions of higher learning. We hear about grades for sex for grades. So that's why I'm encouraging the women caucus to rush to such issues wherever you hear they occur, so that you really look at these issues, so that our girls are happy in institutions of higher learning, that they get what they deserve, not because men are oppressing them. I would also want to implore upon organizations that claim to support women, especially politically. We have seen these organizations, they support women towards the end of the political campaign. You would find them giving 50 t-shirts to women. How can a woman win or woo voters with 50 t-shirts? And you say you are supporting women, your organizations supporting women. If organizations want to support women, they need to start from far. If you have the resources, women should be given resources. Because you cannot win, unfortunately. It's a competitive world. Voters out there look for things. So therefore, organizations that just call women in conferences without giving them the resources that they need to fight, then they're wasting their time. We have so many capable women, as proven by this House. It means there are out also there who are there, but they lack resources to compete against men. So I'm imploring upon those to really look into that issue. If you're an organization that claims to support women, you must really show. And women also, you must be able to tell them that if you want to support us politically, these are the things that are needed in Malawian politics. This is Malawi. We do politics in Malawi way. So therefore, they must come down to our level and do politics the Malawi way. That way, women will find so many women in leadership positions. Once again, I'm proud of the women who are here. It was last election was very competitive, but you managed, almost every one of you were competing against men, and you managed to triumph. Some of you, let me point out, especially to the chair, you were in this house, you were booted out, but people saw what you had done before that, then they brought you back. Equally the same with my neighbor, Nkatabe South. You were here before, they booted you out, but now they brought you back. It means women are capable. I know the person you are competing with, I don't want to mention is myself, but you manage to win against that kind of thing. It shows what you are worth as a woman. So once again, I support this Nkatabe Chinteche. Sorry, I forgot Akweni also. She was here several times. She was booted out and brought back. Akweni, that's another case. Of course, she's a woman, a man in a woman's body. Politically, that is. She knows how to play her politics. So all of you women, Nkatabe Chinteche is very proud of you. Keep it up. Supporting your constituencies, this is the way to go. With those few words, Nkatabe Chinteche, Second Deputy Speaker, support the report. I thank you.
I now recognize the Honorable Member for Nkhotakota Central. Honorable Member for Nkhotakota Central, you have the floor.
Madam Deputy Speakers, I would like to first thank you for allowing the people of Nkhotakota Central to add their voice to the cause of women. The people of Nkhotakota Central stand in full solidarity with the idea of women empowerment, and they shout, "Women power! Women power!" This side, you are not answer with power. Thank you so much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, sir. Women need to be empowered. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, Madam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member for Nkhotakota Central. Can we take the youth voice before the Honorable Member for Zomba Malosa? Honorable Member for Mwanza West, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, Madam, for giving me an opportunity to contribute to this important debate. Second Deputy Speaker, the greatest challenges we face is that many survivors who find the courage to report violence often encounter a system that is struggling to respond effectively. A survivor who walks through the doors of a police station or a court is already carrying a heavy burden. The last thing that should experience is delay, frustration, or a lack of support. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, through the Ministry of Justice, our justice system must provide hope and confidence to survivors. Reporting violence should be the beginning of a journey towards justice, not another source of trauma. We must invest in the institutions responsible for responding to gender-based violence. Police victim support units require adequate staffing, transportation, and equipment. Magistrates and prosecutors require continuous training. Social welfare officers require the resources needed to provide
Member, you
timely...
are, honorable member for Nchinji, you are out of order. Is Nchinji the chair of Health Committee? You are out of order.
Madam Second Deputy Speaker, as I was saying, magistrates and prosecutors require continuous training. Social welfare officers require the resources needed to provide timely assistance to survivors. We must also strengthen coordination between all actors involved in gender-based violence. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, justice delayed is justice denied. Every survivor deserves to know that when they speak out, their country will stand with them. Let us strengthen our institutions so that the perpetrators face consequences and survivors receive the protection and support they deserve. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, I believe that with the Minister of Justice here present, we are going to see some improvement in this sector. Madam Second Deputy Speaker, with these few remarks, I support the report. Thank you.
Thank you so much, honorable member. I now recognize honorable member for Zomba Malosa, but before you, honorable, there is a point of order from Lilongwe Likuni. Honorable member for Lilongwe Likuni, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Second Deputy Speaker. I stand on a point of order. Second Deputy Speaker, is it that in order for the honorable member to dress as if he was going to the wedding? This is not a perfect wedding, this is the parliament. Nkatabe North. Is it that in order for the member to dress as if he's going to dinner? This is not a perfect wedding. Who is Nkatabe North? Chiparamoto. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. I don't see anything wrong with the dressing of that member. Despite the fact that Parliament encourages that we wear dark colors. But the Honorable Member has dressed very well. Thank you. I now recognize Honorable Member for Zomba Malosa.
Women power. Women power. Thank you so much, Second Deputy Speaker, for giving people of Zomba Malosa to say something on the report that our chairperson has presented in the House. Second Deputy Speaker, Women Caucus, with the Secretary, we are very thankful for the support that we are having in this House, especially from the, our male counterparts and even the female counterparts. I would like to agree with Nkatabe, I don't Nkatabe, Honorable
Chinteje, it's Honorable Chinteje.
saying that before Women Caucus it was almost like messed up, but today we have seen a sign of unity, and I'm very sure that from now onwards, women will move together, because divided we fall, united we stand. Second Deputy Speaker, just a brief outlook. Women Caucus has been going through a lot of terrains. I think even if you go to the graph, you see that in 2014 we had few women, and we came 2019, the graph went up, but unfortunately we lost some members due to COVID and electoral cases, which those we cannot control them. It's death, but sometimes it just gives a very bad impression, whereby we women, when we are entering parliament, we will tell the whole world that Malawi has 30 women in parliament. But at the end of the day, we end up maybe 25. That doesn't look good, right, Honorable Speaker? Because we appreciate your office, that it supports the women, it puts us together. You also try to check for us for stakeholders. Just for me to continue speaking without even thanking Oxfam, I think it would be bad, because almost every woman here knows what Oxfam is doing to us. And I hope my fellow women, we can clap hands for Oxfam on this one. Okay, I think the males also you can help us on Oxfam on only, because the zero sauna nyengo Oxfam, please. They are here doing a recommendable job. Just this past week, it had it called women together in Salima, and gave almost most of capacity building on how women can handle things. We are so thankful for that as well. Maybe our counterparts might wonder why it's so special. Maybe we are doing like this. It's not easy to be a woman politician. We undergo a lot of things. We are mothers, we are wives, we are supposed also to be members of parliament. We have to balance all those issues. So it's not easy, right, Honorable Speaker, to do all that. So that's why maybe you see, when we have chance, we support each other. We want support from stakeholders just to help us to make it up. Our fellow countries, they are really lobbying for, they have implemented the quota system, whereby some women, they just come without campaigning. I want to even to appreciate Malawi Parliament, that the women that are here, they have come via elections. Now, I would really want that just because the women have come through elections, we need support now from your office to maintain the numbers. We need support, Honorable Speaker, to make sure that these women lead in whether committees or whatever. We are happy that you are there as the second deputy speaker, as a woman. We are happy, oh women, that position that you are having, it's not only for you, but it's for each and every woman in this house. Second deputy speaker, on that note, I want also to appreciate, like the last cohort, we had female chairmen, like who were heading the budget committee, it was a woman, public appointments committee, those are constitutional committees headed by women. But this time around, I think we are not doing, our constitution cannot protect us from electoral issues to lose our seats. But Parliament can do better to protect us women right here in Parliament when it comes to get these positions. So I would really want to ask if it's possible through your office to help us that whenever we have positions in this Parliament that belongs to women, and this woman maybe leaves us, dies, or maybe whatever happens to that parliamentarian, we would want to replace those seats with fellow women. Just because we will feel that outside we should not change the narration. It should be Malawi has 40 women, Malawi has 5 chairs, something of that nature. So I really want to move your office that you should really protect the chairmanships or vice chairmanships of all the women that are holding right now. In case anything happens to them, those positions should really continue to be headed by the fellow women. So, Right Honorable Speaker, all I wanted to ask was to really move your office to protect the women that are holding positions in this House, and believe that your office, being a he for she champion, and especially our president, Professor Arthur Pinter Mutariga, is also a he for she champion, you will take this request seriously, that you help women excel, let them also head positions without being threatened or whatever, because we know that our parliament is women friendly. With this few remarks, Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move your office for that. Thank you.
Thank you. I think the honorable member for Zomba Malosa has raised very important points worth noting. When we are reviewing our standing orders, I think the legal affairs can also look into that. And also leadership of different political parties. I think it's an issue that needs to be considered. Thank you. Honorable Deputy Leader, you have the
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker, for again facilitating the debate which you are about to conclude. I would want, as I move a motion, to curtail the debate, to allow the chair to wind up, to say a few words, that His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, who is the president of this country, leads in promoting women. The nation should remember that he is a UN Women He for She campaigner, and to that extent he has demonstrated, as you can see. Yet for the second time, the DPP got on the ballot box a lady to be the running mate to the president. Bingu took Joyce Banda, and she became president a few years later. Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika has also given an opportunity to Dr. Jenny Ansah to become the vice president. And when you look around here, you will see for the first time that we have a chief whip who is a lady MP. And you have a deputy who is also a lady MP. And you have the Minister of Energy, Minister of Health, Minister of Gender, Minister of Agriculture, all women and able women. So the nation should be assured that the government of His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika is not just preaching about the baseline of 40–60%. It is going beyond that. And be assured, and indeed from the recommendations, Madam Deputy Speaker, we will also look into how we are doing our things here to make sure that, particularly in the House, to make sure that we promote women. We would want more women to come to Parliament. Women power, power women. Therefore, let me invite, with your indulgence, Deputy, by the way, even the speakership, because this whole House ensured that you should be there. So we also managed to put you there. So I think we can clap hands for ourselves. Women power, power, power. Madam Deputy Speaker, I will not do myself justice if I don't allow the Deputy Minister of Gender to say something. She's here in the House, and I would want to yield. She's the Deputy Whip and Deputy Minister of Gender. She wants to say something. I therefore would like to ask you that I give the floor to her. Thank you very much, Madam. I'll come back.
Thank you so much, Honorable Deputy Leader of the House. Honorable Deputy Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Second Deputy Speaker. First of all, let me thank all honorable members who contributed. Under the government of Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, remains committed to end all forms of violence through various programs, policies, and laws implemented by the ministry. Second Deputy Speaker, I call upon all Malawians and stockholders to work hand in hand with the government of Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika to end all forms of violence. Let me ask the Minister of Finance to allocate more resources to our ministry for different activities and programs. Together, we can end all forms of violence. I thank you, Second Deputy Speaker.
Thank you so much, Honorable Deputy Minister. Honorable Member for Rumpi West, what has gone out of order?
Madam Second Deputy Speaker, Madam, is it in order that you don't give chance to senior bachelors to wish Women Caucus well, as they have presented here? We have seen that having a woman, it inspires us who are not married to get married. But in a serious note, Second Deputy Speaker, Madam, yesterday, though it was unparliamentary, the Minister of Justice, Honorable Charles Mhango, pledged 2.5 million for the welfare of Rumpi District Hospital, which a lot of people who go there are women. he has managed to pay the 2.5. And as I sit down, there is another woman from Zimba North who wanted to speak on her commitment. May you rise, Madam. Thank you.
Honorable member for Rumpi West, I rule you out of order. First, the chair is not aware of any bachelor in this house. All of us, they are honorable members, we are honorable members. So the issue to do with whether you are a bachelor or a spinster, it doesn't add. So I rule you out of order, honorable member for Rumpi West.
Thank you, Madam Second Deputy Speaker. I rise on a point of procedure, and I beg to move that the chairperson of the Parliamentary Committee on Women's Caucus should now move to wind up the debate in order to allow the House to consider other business. I beg to move.
Honorable members, there is a motion. The motion is that we curtail debate in order to allow the honorable chairperson of the Women Parliamentary Caucus to wind up debate. Those of the opinion say aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it and the motion is carried. Honorable Chair, wind up debate.
Thank you so much, Madam Deputy Speaker. Through you, I would want to humbly thank all honorable members for the positive contributions on this report, especially from our male parliamentarians. Our men in this house, please receive your flowers. Madam Deputy Speaker, reading from the comments, contributions, and suggestions by my fellow members of Parliament, I would want to let history remember this Parliament not for the speeches we made, but for the lives we change. May our decisions continue to advance equality, justice, and opportunity for every woman, every girl, and every citizen of Malawi. Madam Deputy Speaker, I now beg to move that report to be noted by this honorable House. Thank you.
Honorable Chair, you move that the report be agreed to by the whole House.
I now beg to move that the report be moved by the whole House.
Be adopted, you can say be adopted by the whole House.
Be noted and adopted by the House. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Honorable members, there is a motion. The motion is that the report on progress report on Parliamentary Women Caucus on Malawi's accelerating gender-based violence crisis, May 2026, be adopted by the whole House. Those of the opinion say aye. Those of the contrary opinion say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried. The report has been adopted. Before you, Honorable Whip, there is a point of order from Salima Central West. What has gone out of order?
Thank you so much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker, for according this opportunity to people of Salima Central West to rise on a point of order. Is it in order that we can conclude discussing this matter without recognizing a committee which is ably chaired by all women, natural resources and climate change? The chairperson is a lady, and the vice is a woman. Second point of order, I would like to make reference to point of order, Rule 95, Second Deputy Speaker. This is a House of Records and a House of Rules. Rule 95, I read, if you allow me. Can I? While in the assembly, a member shall not be referred to by name, but by one of the following forms as appropriate. The member's ministerial office, e.g. Minister of Defense. Is it in order, therefore, that a member for Rumpi West mentioned a name of a minister who is in this House, and that we keep that record intact without removing it? I submit. Second Deputy Speaker.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member for Salima Central West.
He said Charles Muhammad.
Honorable Member for Salima Central West. I did rule the Honorable Member for Rumpi West out of order, and by ruling him out of order, it means that the sentiments said by the Honorable Member should be removed from our Hansard. That's my ruling, Honorable. On the second issue, to say that the leadership of Committee on Natural Resources is not given a chance, Honorable Member, we are following our own standing orders. We have recognized a number of members of Parliament to contribute. It might not be possible for all of us to contribute or given space to contribute. So I rule you out of order, Honorable Member for Salima Central West. Honorable Whip, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker. I beg to move that the House do vary the standing order in order to allow the House to consider general business. Item B, questions to ministers for oral replies beginning with the Ministry of Information and Communications Technology. I beg to move.
Thank you so much, Honorable Whip. Honorable members, there is a question. The question is that we vary our standing orders in order to allow the House to tackle business. B, questions for all replies to honorable ministers, starting with ministry responsible for information and communication technology. Those of the opinion say aye. Those of the contrary say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried.
General business, item 2B, questions or notice to ministers for oral replies.
Before I recognize the honorable member for Chitipa Central to confirm his question, I have noted that there is a request for point of order from the people of Mwanza Central. Honorable member, what has gone out of order?
Thank you very much, Madam Second Deputy Speaker. I wanted to bring to your attention that my colleague here is having trouble to connect because the gadget is not working. She tried to connect to speak on the gender report, but the machine is not working. So I thought I needed to bring it to your attention for consideration. Thank you. If probably in the meantime, she can be using my gadget.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member, for informing us. Secretariat will be advised on the same. And the Honorable Member, if you want to contribute on any issue, you can use the next gadget. Thank you so much. I now recognize the Honorable Member. We go to question 201. Because I know that question 113, the Honorable Member has taken leave of the Speaker. So we go to question 201, the Honorable Member for Chitipa Central to confirm your question. Honorable Member for Chitipa Central. You have the floor. Do we have honorable member for Chitipa Central? The honorable member is not in the chamber. We now go to the honorable member for Lilongwe Mude. Question number 202. The honorable member is not around. We now go to question 203. Honorable member for Baraka Ngwangwa. We now move to question 212. Honorable member for Karonga Nyungwe constituency. Honorable member, you have the floor. Before you, honorable member, I see the leader, the deputy leader. Honorable deputy leader, you have the floor.
Madam Deputy Speaker, with maybe it's I would say I should apologize, considering the time that we have to take the question. We may not exhaustively give justice to the question, which is very, very important. I would therefore want us to vary the standing order briefly to allow the chairperson of agriculture to say a few words, and then we call it a day. Then tomorrow we'll proceed. We will see how we can, because it's a private members' day. We will see how the members can give an opportunity to government to also transact. I beg to move. Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker.
Thank you so much, Honorable Deputy Leader of the House. Honorable Member for Chirazulu Zomba Chikomwe. Okay.
Item 2C, matter of urgent public importance, under Standing Order 14.
Honorable Member for Zomba Chikomwe. Honorable Deputy Leader, you have the floor.
Honorable Madam Deputy Speaker, I want to, considering that we only have 4 minutes, if not 3 minutes, and considering that we have had a very extensive day and beautiful day, we have tackled issues of women. We have also tackled the delegation reports on health, the delegation report on park, and I think the day has been heavy on members. I would want to move that we adjourn early for tomorrow, accordingly at the set time. Is it 9:30? 9:30 tomorrow. I beg to move.
Thank you so much, Honorable Deputy Leader of the House. Honorable members, there is a motion. A motion is that considering that the House is energized, the House has been energized in tackling issues to do with women. To be specific, the report delivered by the Honorable Chair of Women Parliamentary Caucus. There is a motion, honorable members. the motion is that we adjourn. Honorable member, we are in the motion, so we cannot give a point. We cannot give a point of order, but we can only give the deputy leader of the house guidance for tomorrow. As you are aware that tomorrow is a private members' day, I'm sure members have prepared for that. Honorable Deputy Leader, do you have anything to say? Maybe if members, if they don't have any business for tomorrow, they might give their time to the government to conduct government business. Honorable Deputy Leader of the House.
Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. Indeed, tomorrow we have a lot of business, but we're coming from government, and should it please us members, being a private members' day, to give us the opportunity to respond to government, we will be very, very glad. For tomorrow is a private members' day, and members should come here in good time, 9:30 on the dot, and ministers are here to respond to questions for oral replies. And I would want to thank each and everyone. I think the attendance is very encouraging. I think we are improving day by day, and I think this is very commendable. By the way, let me withdraw the motion that I earlier on moved to allow you to do the necessary adjournment procedure. Thank you very much, Madam Deputy Speaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Deputy Leader of the House. Honorable members, it's 17 hours p.m. I now adjourn the House to tomorrow, Thursday, at 9:30 a.m. House adjourned.